What's going on, everyone? Juice Bags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2 and my new player progression playthrough for 2024. We are taking the road and following the path to get our mass destruction, so we are working on mastery mode, completing the Star of Dragonfall questline at the same time, and we are here on Chaos 1 Greystone Plaza. We see the challenge on this one is survive all waves, no defenses repaired, build no node type defenses, no cores fall below 90% health, and then earned all stars in the same attempt. Now, without a doubt, the biggest challenge on this one is breaking your natural habit, as by all means, it is a very good habit to have, repairing your defenses. However, if we repair a defense in this wave, or in this map, we are going to lose that star, so we don't want to do it. Lots of players have even gone in to their settings and changed the keybinds so that they couldn't repair, so you can always go back and do that as well. Now, we do also have that 90% cores. This is a Chaos 1 map, meaning aura spam is going to be quite productive on this one. I've got that melee boom, anti-melee melee boom defense rate relic set up. Very, very nice. We're also possibly going to use a Skyguard. We'll probably get no benefit out of either of those mods. And then a Lightning Strike aura, which, melee boom, of course, will get a benefit. Using destruction defense rate, defense crit damage on the Lightning Strike. Deadly Strikes, destruction defense rate everywhere else. So let's go ahead and build it out. Let's get some walls down first. Let's start off right here. And we'll go with a wall like right about here. Now, there is one thing with this map that you have to be cautious of. If you have the EV2, you can counter it. But that is sometimes range mobs out of this lane will like to throw at that core from up top here. That is something we're going to watch for, as if that core gets hit, then we're going to lose the 90%, stay among all cores above 90% health. So we want to be very conscious of that. Let's throw a spike blockade like right there. We'll throw another one there. And then additionally, we've got some dive bombing flyers that are going to come in. They're not really going to be a huge issue, but it's something we're just going to want to pay attention to. So let's see. Starting off right here on this lane, we've got this flyer lane here. We can double dip a little bit on ground coverage and flyer protection with some flame auras. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll throw 3 flame auras around just about like that. Get another one at the wall, and then 2 more up top here. This lane, we can just go right down the lane, right from the wall all the way up. Let's just spam it up. Flame auras for days. Let's get as many in as we can, so we'll go a little bit past. Same thing over here. Now, this lane is going to be our biggest ignore factor lane, shy of getting a boss on it. As it's just a long straight lane, all the mobs are going to have to walk through that. We can really, really not pay attention to that lower lane. And this lane is the lane we're going to be paying attention to the most. Now, we've got this double dip area where the enemy will have to walk through these flame auras twice to get to our wall. So we want to take advantage of that. But then additionally, remember, we've got that ranged mob issue on this one. So let's double up in auras right at the gate. And then additionally, we're going to go double Lightning Strike auras right there, because we want anything that comes out here to really be dying as soon as possible. We don't want to have any issues with any range mobs throwing at that core. Let's see, we've got 120 left. We can throw a few more Lightning Strikes in, or we can just throw a Skyguard in. Let's actually drop a Skyguard down. We'll just slap it, say right there, just as a little last resort protection from the flyers. And then what else does that give us? You know what? We could go real heavy on this lane. I think we should do that. Just go super, super heavy right here. Like I can probably, I could sneak in another flame aura there. And then we can just really make sure that there's not going to be an issue here. Can I get another one in? Ooh, I can. Grab another, let's just spam up that entrance like crazy. With that in mind, let's upgrade this entrance like crazy as well. And let's just let it fly. Now, as the waves are running, of course, we want to be conscious of range mobs and any bosses out of that lane. Besides that, we're going to basically just be watching the minimap. So our biggest, the thing that could get us the most is just a Cobalt dive bomber or a Cobalt flyer coming in and dive bombing on anything. So we don't want that to happen. So we're going to just keep an eye out on the minimap and watch for yellow flyers. Kobolds, of course, will explode. And with that in mind, they are going to be marked in yellow on the minimap. So that is going to make it a little easier to spot them as they're rolling in. And then, you know, like I said, we just want to be real conscious of that lane right there, as, you know, that lane could cause us some problems if we're not careful here, particularly as we get to the ending waves. We should have some javelin throwers in the mix. Javelin throwers are very likely to throw at that core down below. And then any ranged boss, it's pretty much going to be guaranteed they're going to throw at that core down below. So we are going to get a little bit of RNG in the mix here as well. Let's upgrade these Flyer Flamers here. This lane is going to be kind of on ignore for us as well, so let's go ahead and upgrade that. And then we already know this lane is going to be on ignore. So let's get just a couple of upgrades in, and then I want to be able to dump quite a bit over in this lane, just because, you know, we got a Tuskar here this time, but if that was a ranged boss, we're just very likely to take some core damage right there, and that is going to cost us a star. So let's get all the upgrades in, all good and fat and juicy right there. We'll let it fly here for wave 2. Shouldn't really have any problems on this map. It's just going to be those RNG elements. Like, if I do get a ranged boss out of that lane, I'm going to have to get on it right away. In fact, I'm going to have to run over there and kind of sacrifice myself to give that boss a target other than a core. Now, you see we've got javelin throwers in the mix as well. So I'm just going to keep spraying into that lane and hoping everything dies right out front. But at the same time, keeping an eye on the flyers and making sure I'm conscious that there are flyers rolling in. If we do get a ranged boss over there, like I said, just running over there and kind of, you know, trying to distract or whatever, anything to give that ranged mob a target that's not our core is really what we're going to be looking for. We got Tuskar down pretty quickly. Didn't even have to pop our pet, so good stuff there. And we're just going to have to see how this map advances. Most of the mastery challenges, they're real easy to lose, but they almost always, if you lose, it's because you did something wrong, like repairing or upgrading when you're not allowed to. So, besides the maps that have like a timed build challenge, most of the maps are real straightforward and pretty darn easy. Ooh, we got a Malthius there. We're going to want to make sure we burn him up fast, too. Let's go ahead and get a couple of upgrades there and here. And let it fly. This is the one game mode that really could require some practice. As the individual challenge, it's not based on your gear. You know, of course, having the proper shards and mods are what's going to get you the easier wins. However, this is one aspect of the game that you could potentially have to practice a map to get the win. So you may not get all 5 stars on your first time. Don't let that bother you. It happens. And, you know, just get back in there and get those stars. I'm just going to keep spraying on that one. I'm very, very concerned about that lane and that core. I do just know that enemies like to throw at that core from up top. Okay, we got a Slickelion. We're going to have to kill him 2 more times, but here's our Malthius as well. Oh, man. Decisions. Let's just go ahead and get right on the Malthius. That's going to be our biggest concern. Okay, the Slickelion is down. Just don't want Malthius taking any shots at the core. And, you know, they are susceptible for doing that sort of thing. Okay, Malthius is down. I could have run over and got on this one. But, so now we're going to have a Slickelion respawning. Let's see what our boss is going to be up here, though. Okay, we got lucky. We got Griblock, so no ranged mobs. Who do we got down here? It doesn't even really matter. We got a Siege Roller down here, so not really important. Let's go ahead and get these upgrades, just in case Lekelion does make it down to the wall. In fact, you know what? Let's hit them one more time. Then I got 200 left. I feel obligated to dump in over here. I do have that one aura going yellow over on the far side, but it's only yellow. I can't repair it. I can upgrade it, or I could sell it and replace it. It's not really low enough to be overly concerned with, but I also have the mana, so I might as well just throw a couple of upgrades on there. Alright, let's let it fly. Of course, we got Lekelion. Let's get Lekelion burned out fast. We don't want him advancing way down the lane. Gonna go ahead and pop the pet on this one, get a little extra damage there. And there we go. So, easy clap on Lekelion. We do have to kill him one more time. And then, now let's just watch the flyers and watch for range mobs over on that, that far west lane. Everything else is burning really with no major issue. We're going to have that Siege Roller coming out on this one. The Siege Roller is going to come out. Well, it could be out any moment. There it is right there. Let's just get away from that Sky Guard so we're not taking Siege Roller shots. And the Siege Roller course is super, super slow. So let's just get Gribs here burned out first. And, yeah, Gribs actually got just smoked. And then we'll get on the Siege Roller. The Siege Roller won't really be an issue. The thing with the Siege Roller is if you can avoid the roller rockets, you've just got so much time. You know, the Siege Rollers are some slow-moving mofos. Let's see, we got another one going yellow over here, which shouldn't be an issue, but we'll upgrade it anyway. And then this is the final wave. We got an Ogre, okay, so I didn't get a ranged boss over here the whole time. I got the Mouthius, I guess, but it's all about the ranged bosses here, y'all. If you get, you know, a Quibbly is going to throw at that core. You know, basically any boss that's ranged is going to throw at that core. So you want to make sure that you're on top of that. Besides that, it's a pretty smooth sailing map. We got our Lekelion to deal with one more time, and we got Gribs rolling out up top. Let's go ahead and get this Lekelion down first. Okay, Lekelion is down, and then we'll focus on Gribs. Gribs is already like almost at half. So we're in pretty good shape there. We got that stun in. That was kind of nice. Alright, so Gribs down. Now we can just go back to focusing range mobs and flyers. You see we do have a yellow flyer. Oops, a little derp off the ledge. Let's get back up there. Got an Ogre rolling out. We got Gribs rolling out. We can ignore... actually... we can burn Gribs real quick. Alright, Gribs is down. Now we can focus that Ogre. With all that stacked up front, the Ogre's just taking a bunch of damage right as soon as he rolls out. And then it's pretty much GG's, y'all. We got it. We got our 5 stars. And this one should give us our very first mastery reward, which is a hero card slot. We actually have... oh, we had something that made it to the wall over here. Of course, we didn't have to repair it all. But, yeah, something had made it down to this wall. I'm not even sure what it was. Wasn't paying attention. But, there we go. We are 5 stars deeper into Mastery. We've got that hero card unlocked. And got our first Mastery reward. So, of course, our goal is to get to 50 stars to get that Mass Destruction. But that will do it for this time. Thanks an absolute ton for watching. And I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.